everybody, and welcome to the live video Q&A show / podcast. I am Mike, the head producer here at Envy.
I'm Tim. I'm the head editor.
And this is the show where we tell you about video marketing and answer your questions. Basically, Envy is a video production company where we specialize in making commercials. So we have some experience. So we just want to thank you for listening if you're listening to the podcast, and thank you for watching if you're watching the live stream or watching after the fact. Mm-hmm. As always, the whole live stream and YouTube and podcast thing, make sure you like, subscribe, thumbs up, and if you're listening to the podcast, make sure you subscribe and give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts if you feel so inclined. Mm-hmm. So the thing we've been doing lately is just sharing little projects that we're working on, or just things we're working on in general. Do you want to go first, or you want?
I'm not working on too much. I feel like this is going to be my trend always. Like, I can't talk about everything. No. As always, doing freelance stuff. I have mentioned before I do album art for bands and whatnot, so definitely always working on that. Been trying to get back into doing more freelance composing as well for music, podcast, whatever people might need music for. That's what I've been doing lately. But other than that, nothing too big to report. What about you? Anything cool?
Other than just looking forward to NAB next week. Yep.
NAB, yeah.
We're heading to NAB while some of our other staff here holds down the fort and does hopefully does some shooting while we're gone. And just going to be looking around at the new equipment, new gear, new everything. Mm-hmm. Okay, so time for the questions.
What do we got?
So first question is, what's the best format to upload videos on Facebook? So you can pretty much upload them. I think Facebook has a list of acceptable formats, of video formats that they accept. A lot of people use MP4. Some people use MOV. I think you can upload up to 4K now, but Facebook has a pretty good conversion, whatever kind you want to upload.
I was going to say, I think almost anything, especially if you're a Mac user, I think almost any output that you can do from QuickTime Player or iMovie or Final Cut Pro will probably go up there just fine. The thing, and we can speak to this too, but you just always want to keep in mind, you don't want it to be too high quality where the file size is so big that people are having to download a 3 gig file to watch your video. It's that's not good. But per what Mike said, and I found this on almost every website that allows you to upload video, so YouTube included, if you Google best streaming, settings, there's a lot of people out there, especially those who use compressor and stuff like that actually will have templates so you can just download it, and it'll be high quality, decent bit rate, but it will still be a good manageable file size. Stuff like that is perfect for Facebook, where you want people to be able to view it on the fly using their mobile connection or whatever. So stuff like that.
And I kind of just realized by reading the question that it could also mean best format as in best orientation.
Oh, sure. So
it depends on what you're doing. If you want to do a vertical video, then you just have to make sure your dimensions are correct. I think it's 1920 by 1080 is that way, and then which is for our podcast listeners, it's landscape, and then you just reverse the numbers, so it's 1080 by 1920 is vertical, and I think 1080 by 1080 is square if you want to do 1 by 1. I'm sure you've seen square videos on Facebook before.
Square videos look really nice too, especially when they load up on your Instagram feed and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You'll see a lot of ads formatted. We've done a few of them actually.
Yeah.
Since that became big. So yeah.
Yep. Okay. Next question: should I accept Bitcoins for my video business?
I don't have much to say on that.
We actually just started accepting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency this past year, which not a lot of people accept them, but not a lot of people use them either. So I would take it on a case-by-case basis. The one thing that we learned from using them or from accepting them is before we would just accept them and we would just quote them the way it was quoted. But we found out that when people were paying via Bitcoin, that by the time, even if it was 5 minutes, by the time we go and withdraw the Bitcoin and deposit into our account, since it's a fluctuating currency, it could have already gone down in value.
Yeah, it could have dipped.
Unfortunately, we never got lucky enough where by the time by the time we withdrew it, it went up in value.
Actually, as of this recording, I saw something that was like, Bitcoin's back up again. And I was like, hopefully we get a video purchase.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So since then, we actually tell our clients that we charge a additional 10% fee for Bitcoin payments. Basically, we just tell them this is kind of to protect us, so that if Bitcoin does go down, then we're not out of money, and it's not really even a discount for them because they still paid that amount. Mm-hmm. It's more just a kind of a hit to us. So yeah, you can if you want. I would just be careful and maybe just if you're not comfortable with a 10% fee, if you're charging a lot, then even a 5% fee or a flat fee, it would be fine too. All right, last question. What resolution should you shoot for the 5G wireless streaming that's coming up? Well, Verizon, I know, just announced that they were going to be rolling out 5G in, I think, Chicago and Minneapolis or something, and then T-Mobile's been rolling it out, and so is AT&T. So I know that with 5G wireless, you can get speeds up to 1 gigabit per second, which is pretty much what you get on a normal Ethernet connection, a wired internet connection in your house. Well, not the internet speed itself, but the actual speed of the cable, the physical cable.
The transfer of the cable.
Here at the studio, we have, and I don't know if it's 1 gigabit up and down. It's probably just down. But here at the studio, we have 100 megabit down, which 1 gigabit is 10 times that.
Yeah.
And we can stream, when we're watching videos, we can stream 4K sometimes on YouTube, but that's still not the standard.
It has to buffer,
Right. So I'm guessing if it can support 1 gigabit, then 4K would be no problem. Probably not 8K yet, just because it's not that readily available, and I think it would be entertaining trying to stream an 8K file
on
your iPhone over the cellular network, but
we're not that far off, dude. I mean, I remember, not to be this back in mind, I remember the first iPhone. I'm actually wearing. This is the first iPhone launch shirt ever from back in the day. 3G wasn't even a thing then. They were like, you got to check out this Edge network that AT&T has. It's so fast, and it'd be back to dial-up. So it's just amazing that we're only X number of years on now, and we're joking about streaming an 8K file, which is going to be, by the time our kids are old, they're going to be 10K files, whatever. Just watch the highest resolution possible.
Which I think it's still crazy that at my house I have 300 megabits down and 25 megabit up, and I have Spectrum because that's the only place. Yeah. They are rolling out AT&T gigabit in the city, so we'll see when that comes. Right? But it sucks because I think I'm paying around $80 or $90 at home for that speed, but here at the studio it's $90 for literally a third of that speed. So business internet is really dumb and really weird. And I'm hoping if the rest of the world comes up to 1 gigabit over, cellular network, that some of the companies, for business internet can follow suit in pricing.
So, yeah, hopefully.
So yeah, little quick video today, a few questions, and thanks again for watching. And if you're listening to the podcast, thanks again for listening. And again, all the YouTube normal stuff, make sure you subscribe, and watch, I guess. And
just watch it.
if you're listening to the podcast, go ahead, give us 5 stars if you liked the show, and be sure you subscribe on your various podcast networks. And we're doing pretty good at doing this bi-weekly on Wednesdays. So I would say, I always hate saying it because when we first started the podcast slash live stream.
Take 2. Yeah.
We were doing it every Thursday, and then we were doing it every other Thursday, and then we were doing it once a month on Thursdays, and then we weren't doing it for a while. So I'm kind of hesitant to say, catch you on not next
Catch you
Wednesday,
on the
but
flip side.
the Wednesday after that. But we seem to be doing it at a pretty good pace. So as long as nothing comes up and we're not out of the studio for a location shoot or whatever, then we'll probably catch you Wednesday after next. All right.
Toodles.
Thanks, guys. Bye.